Okay, here's a tricky question for you guys. What is like the cost? You know, I mean, that is a loaded question. Okay,
Yeah.
take aside not money into your machine. Okay, so take that cost out. If I wanted to get on the circuit, like what are like the fees and stuff I got to pay?
So you got your yearly membership.
So yearly membership to RMSHA.
Yep. And then you got to do your
IRS insurance card.
Okay.
And then, just your entry fees, weekend
The
entry fees.
weekend entry
your
fees
weekend
for
entry
the
fees
race.
for the races.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what's like a typical the yearly fee is somewhere I think is like $100 and something. Is that what the fee is?
For memberships?
Yeah, membership.
So insurance is like $175, I think. Right?
Somewhere around there.
And
yeah.
then RimShop memberships are like $500.
And that's a yearly, or you
That's
can
yearly.
do like a couple
Day
races, like
pass.
you can do a day one or a part time or something. So
Okay.
there's different options.
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. So depending on what your schedule looks like how
Right.
many races you're
How
going to
many
go
you can
do,
hit, yeah.
that's what you would. Okay.
Yep.
And then like your weekend, your races, is it all one price or is it like, okay, different prices for different locations and is it all over the board?
Yeah, they're all set. They're all set entry fees. So us pros, we run 5 classes. And they're $115 this year a class
For entry.
per entry.
Okay. So I go hit up a race and I'm like, typically I might be in what, 2 or 3 classes.
It depends on what. If you're running pro, we run 5 classes.
And you want to get as
Okay.
much as you can. So
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a total of 5 classes, but does everybody race all 5? Not really, right?
there's actually more than 5 classes. So I mean, realistically, we've got what 12 to 15 pro classes. So, but each pro rider can ride up to 5 classes, and then you pick out of that list which 5 you want to race.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll get it. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll break it down.
We'll get into
yeah.
it because okay, I'm doing the math now. Okay, because I understand where you're going with that. So, man, if you're maxing out all 5 of them,
Right.
you're $500 a weekend, boys. Just
And
the
then
entry
some.
fees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get your snowmobile on the mountain. Okay.
Just to break the
And how-
lights, hopefully.
And how many? How many weekends are there? Like,
There's typically 8. We have 8 races on the schedule for 2024.
okay. And is it common for a racer for an athlete to go to all 8 or?
I mean, that's the goal, right? Because we're chasing a points championship.
Yep.
I mean, that's the end goal is points. So,
Yep. Okay.
and there's 8, and that's including Jackson Hole, which is not RimShA, but it's on the schedule.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we get to go to Jackson, is based off of our points.
Yeah. So can Jackson Hole kind of be considered like, maybe like the Super Bowl of football?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
Yep.
it's the world championship.
It's the world championship of hill climb, and so what are they taking? Are they taking the top X amount of point totals?
10 is
The
far as
top
I know.
10
I'm pretty sure top
in
10
each
in
class.
every class.
Every class.
And then you get, I think each manufacturer gets allocated like so many entries that they can give to certain people, I think is how.
And
Yeah.
that's how you're going to see some of the athletes
Because
that don't run.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Because there was, I'm not going to say any names, but I believe last year there was one that there was some talk that someone was going to show up.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's always like some sort of, whether you call it
Yeah.
controversy or
Yeah.
whatever. But I didn't know that a manufacturer can say, here's like my trump card right here. I'm going to trump this guy right here. He's getting this guy or girl, right? They're getting in.
Yep.
So, okay. What does that look like? How is that looked upon? I mean,
I personally like it.
does is it even a thing? Or you're just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, because
I think
I mean,
some people kind of get a little upset about it.
But it's not taking like, you don't take someone's spot, right?
No.
Are you just adding them to the mix, right?
Yeah.
Right, because a true racer is going to, battle it out through the season for the points for the following year. So, if you're racing and pushing hard, that's where you're going to get your invites separate to the manufacturer's invitations.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I like it. Okay. So basically fees, a lot of fees, right? And I think if you really do the numbers, it's probably pretty obvious. if you're wanting to hill climb to make money, probably not making much money.
I mean, there's
Like off of the races,
Off of the races,
right? Like
contingency and stuff though through the manufacturers and paid at the events and stuff. I mean, there's money to be made. Don't get me wrong. It's a good, and your top 5 guys are.
if you're a top 5, then there's money to be had there.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Is that kind of like the goal of like,
Yeah,
hey, let's try and get? I mean, obviously, like you want to win,
Right.
but it's like, hey, if I can place top 5 here, we're on a good path.
Right.
Okay. Okay.